Hey guys, it's Chris Lopez from Kettlebell Workouts.com, and one of my daily lifesavers is this long cylindrical piece of foam, known as a foam roller. You'll find this in a lot of commercial gyms nowadays. Some people don't really know how to use it. I'm going to show you exactly how I use it to really massage out my muscles, knead out my muscles, give me a little bit more mobility, a little bit more flexibility. So, one of the best things to use this for first is for your T-spine and your upper back. So I'm going to place the roller down. It's going to be perpendicular to my spine. I'm going to lie down on top of the roller just before my mid-back. I'm going to take my hands and bring them behind my head and squeeze my elbows together. And what that's going to do is that's going to open up my rib cage, exposing all the spinal muscles that are down the middle of my back. So hands together and then squeeze your elbows together and you'll see your rib cage really open up. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start on my mid-back and I'm going to roll up and down. Now when you're rolling, both on your mid-back and your upper back, or even when we get into some lower body stuff, what you're doing is you're trying to look for inconsistent tissue. So little knots, little trigger points in the tissue there, and really try to work it out. So I'm going to do about 8 passes, and then after that, just to help me gain some mobility in my thorax, I'm going to extend open, pull my elbows back, and really stretch that out, and then come back. Now, doing that extension exercise is twofold. Number one, it helps me open up my chest, really stretching out my pecs and everything. Number two, it helps with the mobility in my T-spine, in my thoracic spine. You'll find that a lot of people with low back problems or neck problems have poor thoracic mobility. So you want to make sure that you're mobile in that T-spine area so that you don't have to be mobile in that lower lumbar area. Okay? After that, I'm going to show you what I do for my lower body. There's a couple of things. Number one, rolling on my piriformis, which is one of the little muscles inside my hip. I'm going to take one leg and cross it over. My free hand is going to push this knee down, really opening up that hip joint again. And I'm going to roll deep into that area, trying to look for trigger points in both my glute and deeper underneath into my piriformis. Okay, immediately after that, I'm going to straighten out my leg, and I'm going to roll my IT band, which is that band that runs along the side of your knee that kind of connects your glute to your kneecap. So, crossing one leg over, hands on the ground, forming a tripod, and I'm going to roll the length of the lateral aspect of my leg. Now, if you find that this is really easy for you and that it doesn't hurt, I've been doing this for a while, so it doesn't really hurt me anymore. So maybe all the trigger points are gone. I stack one leg on top of the other, and I roll that way. Okay. After that, I like to get into my lat. Now, in the past, I've had shoulder issues just because I've played a lot of sports that involve a lot of overhand motion. So I roll on my lats and then deep into my rotator cuff by lying down, keeping my thumb up, and lifting my hips up and kind of getting deep into that area there. So I'm rolling on my lats and getting deep into my rotator cuff muscles as well. Now, out of all the foam rolling techniques that we've used, this is the one that hurts the most. So those are 4 different ways that I use the foam roller, and I strongly suggest that you get into a good habit of using the foam roller. If not every day, then always before your workout and before you start stretching. What you want to do is just create some malleability in the tissue so that it's a little bit more cooperative and you can really start to create length from there. So I'm Chris Lopez. That's how I use a foam roller. Hopefully you're